Welcome to today's lecture on Green Chemistry Principle 10, Design for Degradation. This principle focuses on designing chemical products that break down safely after use, preventing long-term environmental harm. The core idea of this principle is that chemical products should be designed so that, at the end of their function, they do not persist in the environment. Instead, they should degrade into harmless, non-toxic substances. Let's first understand the problem. Many materials like plastics and organic halogen pesticides and other persistent chemicals remain in the environment for years. These chemicals accumulate in soil, water, and even food chains. They harm wildlife and pose serious risks to human health. The solution for this problem is to design chemicals that break down safely in the environment. This can be achieved by various methods. First is the biodegradability. It is extremely important that chemical products should be designed to be biodegradable, meaning they should be susceptible to be broken down by natural processes into non-toxic components. This reduces the risk of environmental accumulation and pollution, ensuring that products do not contribute to long-term ecological harm, especially to human health and wildlife. Second method is facilitating degradation of the chemical after usage. Incorporating specific functional groups into molecules can enhance their biodegradability. For example, introduction of hydrolysis-susceptible functional groups such as esters or amides can be designed to undergo hydrolysis in the presence of water, leading to breakdown into simpler, non-toxic components. Introduction of photolysis-susceptible groups that can be broken down by light exposure can facilitate degradation in natural environments, especially in surface waters. The third method is to ensure that after usage the degradation products, if any, must be non-toxic. It is crucial that the degradation products of chemicals are non-toxic and do not have detrimental effects on the environment. This ensures that the breakdown of products does not introduce new hazards. For instance, biodegradable plastics should decompose into harmless substances rather than toxic residues. Let's walk through the life cycle of a well-designed sustainable chemical product. First is the chemical design stage. Here a chemist must choose structures that avoid persistent, non-degradable bonds. Next is the introduction of degradable groups. Here we add hydrolysis or light-sensitive functional groups in the desired product. After use, the product enters soil, water, or air. After entering the environment, the chemical should undergo natural breakdown processes like hydrolysis, photolysis, and biodegradation. The molecules break down into smaller components which are non-toxic like CO2, water, biomass, or harmless salts. Thus, following this principle we achieve safe environmental integration. No accumulation occurs, and ecosystems remain balanced. Some examples of sustainable design are biodegradable plastics. Developing plastics that can decompose in natural environments, such as polylactic acid derived from renewable resources, helps reduce plastic pollution. Green pesticides. Designing pesticides that break down into harmless substances after use can minimize the risk of environmental contamination and protect non-target organisms. To summarize, this principle focuses on the design of chemicals that safely disappear after use. Ensure degradation products are non-toxic. Thereby, prevent long-term environmental damage. This ultimately protects ecosystem and human health. Design for degradation is essential for a sustainable future. By thinking beyond a product's use and considering its end-of-life impact, we can significantly reduce environmental pollution.